Welcome to episode 6 of this Let's Play series, Warlock II the Exiled, playing as the Svarts, and I have a pretty good looking army here, don't I? I hadn't realized how big it had grown as I was conquering this world. So yeah, in this episode we're going to go see, and in fact let's do that right now. I really want to know why hasn't anyone come through this portal. So we're going to go find out. Oh.
You have met one of your rivals, my lord.
Goodness. What are you doing? Okay. Okay. So, okay, they have a harbor. What are they doing? They're just, like, not leaving. They're just stuck on the, like, they're on the portal. The portal is not in the water. They're just confused. That's real weird. Boy, I can't even get around them. There's so many of them. Let's go this way. And I'll take a couple spirit damage if I'm over the chasm, but I really gotta see what's going on in here. What kind of world is this? Tropical world, that's right. I mean, they've got access to quite a few units here. These are turtle hatchlings. Why would you send these into battle? They're actually pretty good. Cool. We've got the Sylvan Order here. Looks like they have quite a few of these mounted healer units that do, looks like life magic. Life and a little bit of spirit. That's hard to resist. They've got some hunting wargs, and they're pretty well developed. It looks like. I see several cities that aren't the capital with 6, 6, and 4 populations. So yeah, I don't want to let these guys through. Hopefully they don't start coming through now that I've kind of woke them up. We will see. I think I want to take these guys into the water. Get there a little faster, I think that way.
Servants of a stone ship.
Okay. Move that way. Go ahead and get in the water. These guys will heal up on there. Okay, Bumbles, you're pretty fast. Come on through.
Servants of a stone ship.
Settlers are gonna go here. And oh, I did not loot that hermit's hut. I need to send somebody back over there soon to loot that before werewolves show up and start rending my city apart. Whoops. Build structure. Herb store. Power of herbs. I don't know what that does. Again, I think we talked about this in another episode. So I think we're gonna focus on the. Let's see what heads into research. You know, if I do mana trap, rune bed chambers. Just bed chambers with glowing runes on them. Great. Here's rune warriors, which are melee elemental damage dealers. They've got low hit points but high damage. And then rune witches, which are ranged. They're my magicians. That's pretty good damage. And they can throw a lava WODGE. Lava WODGE. Okay. Anyway, so with research, we have 2. Yeah, this is how we get research and mana. We're building out through here. So we're going to do that. We're going to build a mana trap. We will put it in the swamp, even if it has an upkeep, because that way my units can move through there at half movement instead of 3 points of movement.
Maybe this place.
These guys are going here to settle a
We have founded a
free
new
city, I believe. Or do we want more mana? I think we want more money, because again, some of this is just because of my large amount of food. You guys are headed. Oh, this is my hero. Yeah.
faithful guards.
Oh yeah, these guys won't... There's nowhere for them to go that they won't be taking tons of damage. Which is really unfortunate because I would love to get more vision of this area. Okay, so the Bear Man succeeded in capturing this neutral city. Ugh. And then look, you can see there's more neutral Dremor over here. Look at that. They're strong. Look at the resistances. That's high. They've got a bite that gives them damage each turn. And it's an AoE. Gosh. 39 health. Extra sight range. Bearman's pretty dangerous, although at least I can take him down with arrows pretty easily. And then here's a monster. Yeah, look at all these Dremor garrison structures. Now, these things fire elemental damage. Yeah, 20, which is pretty high. Range 2. And these are all hills and forests, so it's going to be evil forest. So it's going to be very slow going getting through here. We're going to be taking a million damage as we go. When we finally come through, we're going to have to go this way, take this out, and get a stronghold here. And we'll be constantly asked if we want to open this portal, which we don't want to do. Then we'll have to swing around and take out these nodes. I mean, the eventual goal would be to cleanse this whole place and have just another place to just build cities. I can just make use of these resources like these ruins. Ancient ruins, I think, give you research. So that's exciting. We've met the Winter Enchantress. And we will end turn. Okay, you've left me on this screen, even though I don't have anybody there anymore. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. My crows died? Did they time out?
Claim it for
You're
his
there.
stone ship.
How may we solve?
You just get out of the way.
Okay, I
These
can't
guys
play.
can move faster.
Prospectors?
And that's right, you guys need to build crows, and then we'll get these crows up here this turn. There we go. So that's why it was saying that monsters attack. Yeah, here we go. We have, so yeah, it should be safe now. Now that it's got this crown, it means there really aren't any monsters left. Doesn't mean they can't show up for quest-related purposes, but for now, I know I've cleared it out. Okay, Bumbles, just back up. Just back up us a little bit there. Those guys in guard mode, so they'll stop asking for orders. I need a way to cleanse the
A new
Dremor
spell has
corruption.
been researched, my lord.
So if I can lower the land. I don't want to cast a spell. Sorry, I want to research. Does one of these do it? Doesn't look like it. Did I have, turn this landscape of target hexes to swamps works on contaminated land. So I can turn the Dremor swampland, or the Dremor corrupted lands into swamplands, which is a marginal upgrade. That's not really going to do it for me. I'm going to need... Does not work on contaminated lands. Does not work on contaminated lands. Works on contaminated lands. Desert. That is so far away. That's like five, 6 spells research away from now. So, let's get the cheapest ones we can and hurry that along. And oh, I have another lord offering services. This is a melee healer and fighter who effect is applied to all neighboring friendly units. So adjacent units receive more healing from this character. And he's himself a healer. They're minotaurs. Here's a 15 life magic healing and applies a buff that restores 10 health per turn for 2 turns. And they do 17 melee. So this person is really pretty bad at fighting. They've got good health, but I mean, melee damage is really nothing to write home about. Some resistances, that's not too bad down there, but melee and missile are lacking for a lord, especially a melee lord with no options. So they could just get taken down easily by missiles or even just get surrounded. So I don't know, 700 gold, with an upkeep of 8, which I can afford, 3 food I can afford, 5 mana is not great, but I can do it. I could give them this death magic wand, probably. Let's do it. They can have this. Okay. You can embark and disembark.
Servants of his stone ship.
And these crows don't really have a job now that I've, they'll have 1 turn left, so I could just send them through the portal next turn just to look for 1 turn, and then they will go away. You guys just wait. Okay, I have my new lord. Let's take a look at him. Double beaters. Some extra tusks. Okay. This person can hang out behind Bumbles. Keep him topped off. Since Bumbles is like a win condition by himself. What's his regeneration? 4 plus the ring, which gives him 3. So 7 per turn is a good offset to that drummer stuff. So this guy might be great for just sending into the drummer world. And the problem is I really want to have range support behind him. But these squishy range units, you know, with 14 health are going to die in up maybe even only 4 turns of standing on corrupted lands. And there's no safe haven for them in there. They have to leave or be healed. And that's so much... That's either going to be a lot of mana or a lot of cycling them in and out, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. If they stand still and rest, they'll heal, but since their health pool is so low, they may only heal 3 points or so. So yeah, it's going to be dangerous to take these guys through. I may have to only take basically my heroes, even though they're all melee, and hopefully we just don't find any flying guys. If we do, this guy's breath might work. But they have so much health, and they all regenerate. This one does not, though, is the only problem. So maybe I need to move a regeneration item to him. Not sure.
Okay, and country.
You just stay there for a moment. And everybody's just hanging out for a second, so... Some new prospectors, it looks like. Oh, these guys, only 1 more turn until they're in position. Do I want to put that... 1, 2, 3... I guess I have to put it here. This just doesn't block them from coming through, though. So maybe I just need to just abandon the idea of having my city be in range of this oyster shelf. And just make... I want to put that fort here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3... 2, 3, 4. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could put a city here. And then it has the gold. So that should be more money I can make from there. You know, or I could put it here and just raise land as I go around it. That might work better. It'll interfere with this city a little bit less. Okay, we've got a plan. So in that case, I should build a settler right now. Put
Prospectors.
everybody into defense
Servants of a
mode.
stone ship. How may we serve?
We are unbreakable.
And you're gonna wait a turn. Okay, and then you guys are ready to swap places. This is gonna be exciting. And okay, so I think I might pause the recording here, and I will come back when there's something happening. Because right now I'm just sort of playing a waiting game while I wait for some research, and I might try sending these heroes through here to get some work done, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna pause here, and I will come back when something more exciting is happening. Okay, and we're back. So I did end up deciding to send these guys through that portal, and these two are generating enough that it doesn't even matter, so I think it's going to be fine. My healer will probably need a little bit of maintenance, but he's going to stay in the back, and he's got a pretty good health pool. I also did settle this fortress city over here. Little little wonky when it's hanging off the chasm like that, but that's okay. It's in the water even. Looks pretty cool on this side. But yeah, if that AI player ever gets his act together and tries to come through here, I'm not really sure what's hanging him up. I've not really seen that, or her, I should say. It's pretty strange that she's stuck there. But yeah, if she ever starts coming through here, she won't be able to make a whole lot of progress. What she'll probably do is come through, slowly, like go around this way, then declare war on me, and then it won't matter that I have that as much. But it's gonna slow her down quite a bit. And I also always have vision over here, which is really nice. So, I think I'm ready to move in. Now, these guys both have the faster movement speed, like on hills and stuff. So they're moving really quickly through this whole area, which I was a little worried about with my regular troops. And actually, this healer also has that. this should go pretty well. So I think I'm going to start with. Okay, so there's the Bearman. Okay, there's all the Dremmer. There's a lot of units down here. So they hit for 13, not too bad. He has a lot of melee resistance. This one hits for only melee damage. So this actually will be pretty, not too bad. That snowball will hurt a little bit. Elemental is, what is Bumble's elemental resistance? 30%, that's not too bad. So I think if I hit the city, I'll take the least amount of damage and still do the splash damage to the Bearman. Yeah, that was a good hit there. So let's go over here. And yeah, I take about the same amount back, but I have more health. Movement points, expedition gear, movement points, passability, hilly, and dense and hilly. Well, it's too bad I already gave them that perk. Probably should have paid attention to that. What can I give this person? Nothing. Okay. So we'll go ahead and start working on this bear. I think he's got pretty good regeneration, so this might take a while. And Curse of Death, Elemental, experience per turn. What's a Curse of Death? I don't know what that does. Okay, it's a death magic skill that causes persistent wounds. Lowers healing. Oh. Well, that's sort of perfect in this situation, isn't it? This person's going to rest over here. I don't want him in range of these units. I don't want them to see him and come for him because he's a little weaker. Yeah. And then, do I need any of these help me here? Maybe I should just go ahead and put lesser weakness on this guy. Actually, is he already affected by something? No, he's not. I feel like his attack was higher earlier. It's odd. Maybe I'll grab Firestorm, and next turn I can nuke, although they'll probably move around, but that'll still be helpful. Okay, next turn. I didn't catch what happened there. Okay, oh. Bumbles is a beast. Okay. So he's got enough movement speed that I think he's losing 10 melee resistance. Probably move him back. Both of them back one. Firestorm, move him back in. So we'll do that. Yeah, I still have enough movement to do stuff after that, so some big damage here. Not as big as I'd oh no, okay, that's okay. That's okay. I've got pretty decent elemental resistance some of these. Drummer resist everything. Ah, except for spirit. This guy really needs to heal up though. I can't heal him with this guy because he's undead. Let's move Bumbles back in. Do we want to hit the city? Or do we want to hit the Bear Man? I think we want to hit the Bear Man in this situation because the city and the unit on top of each other are reducing damage by quite a bit. That's pretty good. I have, what is it, lesser reconstruction? I'll just top him off a little bit there. Wish I could do more. It's not too bad. Do I want to hit anything? It's not too risky. Just hit these guys once, take the smaller amount of damage. And units. What are you guys doing? So you can set them into like sleep mode, but I think they get confused about the portal and think it's like an enemy or something, so they don't want to sleep when they're next to it sometimes.
Okay, I can't sleep.
So move that guy here. I may want to take one of these prospectors, like a lower level one.
I'll
May
we
just build
solve.
one, yeah. And I might take him, and I will send him over to stand on this city, and he can just be. I mean, that's only like probably like what, 1 gold and 1 food, 2 gold and 1 food. That's fine. He can stand there and be extra support in case they ever try to come through and attack. Okay, my healer is just going to rest. We'll end turn. Another level up for Bumbles. Time is running out, Drummers. Look how this healing numbers.
You have successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
Okay, close out of that. And I'm headed towards Raise the Land and Desert Sands. I want this to get rid of water on that other world, and I want this to start clearing out that Dremor stuff. So this summons a random lord to become available for hire next turn. This is a really cool spell, but I've been lucky this game to have 3 lords offered to me already. So I don't think I'm going to get that yet. I think I will get Lesser Life Bolt and then Reconstruction. This is essentially a healing spell for buildings and undead and construct units, and I will have construct units soon. In fact, I forgot to mention that while I was on pause, I actually started building the Dragonmort's Guild. So this should be done maybe next turn, and I can start building those cool flying construct guys. Which also means it's time in my capital to... Probably I want to dismantle the... What is it? Honorable Warriors Guild? Yeah, because I don't want this to be a military city. So let's destroy the Honorable Warriors Guild. Yep. It'll give a little bit of unrest, but then we want to grab this Ironworks to give Ironclad for constructs. So this will be some kind of really nice buff for construct units, and since I have the regeneration passively for my Empire, it's going to make my constructs pretty strong. So that'll be fun. Damage? Ooh, okay. Missile, Elemental and Death resistance, or melee damage. We're tempted to go Missile, because it's not super high. I think I'll do that. That's a pretty big chunk of missiles, and so now he's taking 50% reduced damage from missile. That's good. So he should live nice and long now. Okay, if I hit this, I will probably, kill him off. Do good damage to the city over here. Okay, bridge is open. I got a heap of gold there. Uh-oh. Here's our... God, 20 damage. Those things are not fun. Bleh. I think we want to capture this. Dremor City here. I may keep this and actually develop some Dremor stuff. It'd be kind of fun to do. And then I don't really have to worry about cleansing this place. I just have to worry about getting my troops from this world through here without dying on all this stuff. But then I don't have to worry about cleansing this whole place. I could just build Dremor cities. Now, the cities you build that aren't of your own faction are weaker, so I will actually take a 20% hit because they're a different race than what I started with. This is simply to make it so that it's a little harder to sort of manipulate the game because different races are good at different stuff. So if I had it my way optimally, you know, I would have an undead city making all my mana, and I'd have a Svarts city making all my gold and research, and a Naga city taking all the water resources, so that I would just be able to min-max really well. But this system helps me have to think carefully about if I want to tech into another faction when I'm going to lose efficiency. And I think it's a good thing, because it's still viable. 20% isn't horrible, but it does make you have to think about it. Oh, I'm losing because it was plundered. How long does that last? 7 turns of unrest and production problems. So, what can I get with the Dremor? I can get basic throwers, bombers, and summoners. Grunts, scouts, workers? Dremor worker? What? Oh, Terra mutation. I wonder if this spreads corruption. That is gross. I don't want that. Sea Dremor hatchlings. The Dremor are a plague on this world. They can just eat anything and go anywhere. What are they even good at? What do they do that's good? This production chain makes like random stuff and costs a lot. Look at the upkeep on these. Goodness, 8 gold, 10 food on that one. How do I make nutrient sacks? Great. This is the magic. This is the what the Naga's magic tower looked like. They just reused it, I guess. I mean, that's totally fair. This was a mod faction. That's totally fair. Metabolic cluster. This faction is inefficient as hell. That must be their weakness. Because their units are so good. So they've got this big weakness of like all their buildings are not making a ton of resources. So maybe I don't want Dremor. I'm going to hang on to this city for a little bit, and I will choose later. In the meantime, do I want to be able to make... Yes, Dremor throwers. I want to be able to make ranged Dremor troops to support these melee guys that are doing all the work. And the ranged troops will not die on the Dremor plains, which is nice. So that's the plan. That is the plan. Okay, you guys get out of the way. You guys are going this way. You guys are going to here. And then you guys go to sleep. And I've got my healer. I think I'll bring him over here into the city borders, because he'll heal a couple points in the city borders, but he'll take 3 damage, so he'll lose health much slower in here. This guy needs a turn to heal up. That's okay, that's a melee. Now, in turn. Oop, they're trying to take it back. Okay, not too bad. This city will do, like, yeah, like no damage, because it's... I did actually 0 damage. That's incredible. I've never seen that. I don't want these... Oh, yeah, what does this do? Oh, that's big damage. What is this? How much will this do? Not as much. I think we'll just hit these guys normal attack. I don't want to hit them hard enough that they retreat, because I don't want this guy in range of this tower. And then Mr. Bumbles here will be the one that hits him hard enough to make him retreat, probably. There we go. Now he's going to keep taking damage from this tower, but he's really getting strong. Good defenses. I'd like to get a little more of these magic defenses. But yeah, his regeneration is pretty high. So that's 7 points total. I've received a demand. If I don't give them 355 gold and access to the spell Firestorm, she will declare war on me. Oh boy. That's not... I mean, I could give her that. Because my fortress isn't ready. It's like, I built it, but it's low health because it was just built. So it has to, like, it takes a long time for it to get up to maximum health. And while it's low health, it doesn't do much damage. I don't have any units up there. I think I need to accept this, even though I hate it. Look how much money she has. She's just stockpiling stuff because she's trapped. Alright, we'll accept you. Conniving... Okay, where is she? Yeah, she hasn't tried to come through yet. Really weird. Yeah, once I get... Maybe I need to get a melee unit up here, too. So actually... Sorry. Go ahead and turn around. Change what you were doing. And we're going to send a melee unit up here to stand on the city and a ranged unit to stand here. And then if we go to war, anything that pops out can get attacked by the city, the ranged unit, and have a melee unit to help toughen up the city. That should be fine. They can probably hold for a long time. And then I could actually get a harbor. I'll get a harbor. I will get a harbor in this city because a harbor actually increases money output, and this is going to be a money city. And then the harbor, I can make some naval vessels and put like a couple here. And then, honestly, we could be at war with her forever.
We are unbreakable.
Ooh, let's see. Elemental and death resistance. We'll do that. My healer's turn. You can just wait. I ended up not using this guy at all, actually. Dragomorts can be recruited to the city. Wow, okay. Well, this is exciting, but we are actually all out of time. So, thank you for joining me. In the next episode, we will start building some of those Dragomorts, which are flying constructs with a ranged attack. And that'll be really cool. They'll regenerate automatically, and I can put that ironclad buff on them from my resource node I developed in my capital. And those units can probably start going into the Dremor world and start helping, or I could send them over here to get ready for this. So that's really exciting, actually. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.